Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. That's me right now. So,
Oh my god.
So welcome. It's the first podcast. So it's the first since I switched the name to Golfing with Coach podcast, and the first one of 2025.
nice.
So
Nice.
yay,
Congratulations.
Yeah.
yeah. So
I'm
it's gonna
glad
be
to be a
cool.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, man. So tell me how you guys. I mean, what's this about? Tell me what this is all about and how you guys got started and all that.
Honestly, it was just a couple guys playing golf together and always trying to find a foursome so we didn't have to play with strangers. Um, and we started posting videos and just doing our thing, And then we said, why not start a club? And then we started posting videos about about our golfing and inviting people to join us. Raven was one of them that joined us. In what, November, October,
Yeah,
Is this the
October.
one you
October?
said it's always
Yeah.
late?
I was almost late
She
today
was almost late
too.
today.
Uh,
Yeah.
He was like, we have a hard, we're starting at 5. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Tea time, we got to tell her 10 minutes earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a wife just like that. And I think she's watching right now, so I'm already in the doghouse. But
Uh-oh.
yeah,
Hi,
yeah, she
wife.
is. She is Mrs.
Little
Late
late
for sure.
goer. Yeah.
Man,
Yeah, so that's how we started. We started off as a couple guys wanting to play golf together, and it just kind of blossomed into a club. And now we have almost 40 people, men and women, that come out and play on Sundays with us. And now we're doing bigger things than that too.
that's
Yeah.
awesome, man. That's awesome. So, how long you guys been golfing yourselves?
Um, well, for me, I had a long hiatus. I had a 15-year hiatus, and I've been back about 2 years.
Okay.
And the body just doesn't move the same as 15 years ago.
Right.
It just doesn't do what I want it to do.
Yeah.
Uh,
Doesn't flex in the right ways.
Yeah.
I've been golfing since mid-October, so not that long at all, really. I got into it because my dad was visiting from Texas, and he was like, we were looking for something to do, bonding time, and he's like, why don't we go golfing? And I'm like, okay. He's been golfing for like 20 years.
right.
And we went, and I just got hooked. And after that, the rest is history. And I've been golfing every week. So,
That's kind of. I started 2 years ago in January, so
um,
it was January 4th was my second year anniversary, and it's been it's been a journey, for
Yeah.
sure. It's been a journey for sure. It's highs and lows, uh, and I questioned every life decision that I've ever made up to this point.
exactly.
Um, but there's times where it's amazing, and there's times where it's just like, man, why,
Hmm.
why,
Yeah.
you
Why torture
know?
myself?
Right. It's torture, man. It's the hardest thing I've ever done.
And then you strike one down the fairway and you're all, that's why. That's why I
Yeah,
keep coming back.
exactly.
So,
It
Exactly.
and um, I love it just because I travel a lot. Of golfing, and I said I did what 52 different golf courses last year,
Wow.
and what I found really cool and what really intrigued me about what you guys have going on is meeting the different people. I've got to golf with um, people from Spain, Honduras, Portuguese, Guam, all these people I've got to golf with, New Zealand,
that's amazing.
and
Wow.
that's been the coolest part about this whole journey is the people I've met along the way. And that's what
Absolutely.
I found really intriguing about your club, where it's a social club, but just I just find that really cool the way it's come about, and then from 2 to 40 is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. We are a welcoming crowd, like we welcome anyone to play with us as long as you're not, a jerk.
Yeah.
or anything
Right.
like that. I mean, we kind of vet our people, and if you're cool and you make it past the first, and you're invited back.
Awesome.
So that's
Awesome,
that's
man.
kind of our motto. You got to be cool and easy to get along with. So that's
Yeah,
it.
I've been very, very fortunate with all the people I have golfed with. I have not yet golfed with um, a person that I was just like, I can't wait till this round's over with. Every person I've ever golfed with, knock on wood, have been really cool.
Right,
And
right.
that seems really. I've seen those types of people out there.
Hmm.
I've played against people like that, but for the most part, I've had really good luck with golfing with people
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, for the most
So
part, the crowd is great. The golf community is great. They're all welcoming. They're all, there to help you too, and when you're doing bad or whatever, or encouraging.
Yeah.
So,
right
I mean, for the women, it's a little different though. When women golfers, you can tell them, like with women golfers, it's a little different.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely is. I think people just aren't used to women being in the golf crowd yet, too much. It's definitely picking up, and we have like what? We have like six women in our
Mhm.
group, and everyone brings, a different dynamic, but I think, just people getting used to seeing more women on the golf course, right? Like that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to bring awareness and like say like, hey, we're out here, we're learning,
Mhm.
and we try to keep up, but it's definitely super fun. I think what you were saying about like a group dynamic, it's really cool because everybody brings their own strengths and skills and different swings, and you get to see so many different ways to approach the course that
right
it's really great for, especially for someone who's just learning like me. It's really nice to see that.
now. Speaking of the women in golf, and I think this is really golf has exploded since COVID. I mean, I think that's when it came super popular, and and I've seen the growth of women golfing. And I tell you, I've golfed. I'll tell you a quick story. We were about 50 miles west here, El Central, California, and there's a little RV type 9-hole golf course there that I went and golfed at, and we had two women in front of us. And I tell you what, they were funny as hell. Like they were. I try to watch my mouth around women. There was no need to. I mean, they were like, "Hey, you swim like a girl," and I'm like, "What the heck?" And they're older. They were older. And they were talking their trash, and I love that. But why do you think the it's been become more popular for women?
I just think in general, like more people during COVID, I feel like wanted to be outside, wanted to get out in nature and out of their house. And I think like women were a part of that crowd just as much as men were. And I feel like also couples were trying to spend more time together and like, what can we do to both get out of the house? And so it started getting more women out to play. And then, word of mouth, like you got one woman that goes out to play and gets hooked like me. And then I get all my friends into it and say like, hey, I've gotten my some of my friends into it, like, hey, just come to the driving range with me, like hit a few balls, I'll teach you a few tips and tricks, and then they go, oh, this is actually really fun. And so
Right.
you just kind of, yeah, it just spreads like that in the in the community. But yeah, definitely just trying to show other women like, hey, we're out here, like don't be scared, because it can be intimidating when guys are like out there being serious and all of
Right.
that, and just
We weren't like that though.
no,
No,
no, it's fun.
I've gone golf serious once or twice, and I didn't like it. I've been in some tournaments where I put a lot of stress on myself for no reason, but I didn't like it. It's to me, it's you got to have fun.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's
You just sent me a video the other day where I totally messed up the shot and I was cracking up, and he's like, "You're laugh," because I just laugh at myself
Yeah.
when I mess up, because if you take it too seriously, then you're not gonna like you're not going to do well because you're going to get so in your head, you know? And I
Right.
think it's so important for people who are just starting out, like to not be so hard on themselves because it is a very hard sport to pick up for sure.
It's the hardest sport.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's the hardest sport.
There's no
Um,
mastering it.
no, and there's, it's just, it's the hardest thing I've ever done, for
Right.
sure.
Oh yeah.
And then I went ahead and just all the social media stuff on top of it and learned how to do that as well. Made it 10 times worse, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's me.
Right? You know, and we talked about that a little bit. Does your game suffer when when you're filming?
I was just
We
telling her
just
about
talked
that too.
about this.
I think my game, my score has gone up, not down.
Right?
Because I'm doing so many things while I'm playing. I'm setting up the
Right.
camera. I'm putting the mic on and trying to get good shots and stuff like that. So it has suffered quite a bit. So, but it's all fun. I mean, I'm trying to produce good content too. To people for people to
Right.
watch and enjoy. And I don't take it too seriously to where I'm like quit because I'm playing a bad game. I mean, I have bad games, I have good games. So
Right.
it's just one of those things that comes with the territory of being a content
Right.
creator.
And I find the same thing with me. There's times where for me I'm always constantly thinking about what to say, kind of like, okay, what am I going to say here? So should I do golf? Do I do cart talk? I call it
Yeah.
cart talk. Do I do cart talk? You know, what's this shot's going to look like? What's this going to look like? This what? Oh crap! Now I had to hit a ball on top of all that, and that's where I'm at. Sometimes I'm like, crap, this sucks. And then I get back and I do all the editing. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool because I don't, I tell people there's my YouTube score and there's my
Oh
actual
yeah,
score.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Of course, of course.
You know,
Yep.
for sure.
I feel like it's I feel like with Steve and I, like at least when we go out together, um is a dynamic duo. We help each other out, and I think like where one's falling behind with the content, like I'll pick up the camera and
Oh
be
yeah.
like, all right, let me get this shot, and I'll run it over. And so we're just constantly helping each other out there, and and all of our other players do too. Like Kyle, and
Yeah.
he carries the camera and tries to get
Hmm.
the other group's content. So it's a group effort for sure.
Yeah.
Especially because sometimes you are just wanting to focus on your like getting the ball to where you need it to be and not, yeah.
Right, for sure. And then the guys I golf with, David and Tom, they're older. They're not social media people. They're like they hate the camera. So I mean, would they take shots if I asked them to? They probably would, but um, one's like a four handicap.
Oh,
Okay, so
Oh,
he's golfing like
okay. Yeah.
he's serious about what he's doing. He's 75 years old and he's serious about what he's doing.
Wow.
Okay,
oh,
and other David, he just doesn't like the social media, doesn't like cameras
yeah.
because he goes, I hate it when you pull the camera out because they
Stage fright.
Hmm.
exactly.
Yeah.
And do you guys still have stage fright, or does it
It
even
doesn't
bother you anymore?
even phase us
No.
anymore. It's kind of we just point and shoot, and sometimes we don't even set up the camera. We just kind of just shoot, and then whatever I can edit afterwards, whatever we capture.
And
Right.
sometimes we actually like, like yes, the other day I left the camera behind. We started to go in the car, and I was like, wait, get the
Oh yeah,
camera.
yeah,
So sometimes I even forget that I set it up.
yeah.
Right.
It just becomes habit at that
Well, I mean,
point.
we have three cameras too
I
sometimes.
know
So
we
we
have.
have the onboard camera.
Mhm.
We have one or two cameras shooting.
Right.
So
Yeah, we're
I
holding all the cameras.
I use everything. It's crazy. I do everything on my phone. Um, it's just been easier for me. I want to do a camera. I've been looking at getting a nice camera, but um, my poor phone though, it looks like it's been through a war. I mean, it's been on the tripod. It's fell off the tripod. It was in the cart. Now it's out of the cart. It's crazy how, and this thing keeps going. But I've done everything by my phone so far. except for the editing part.
Same with us
I
though.
mean,
Where do you? I'm shooting with three different
yeah,
phones.
Yeah.
I'm shooting with three different phones,
We
and
have
then whoever else is on shooting too, they send us their clips, and then we add it to our videos.
we
that's
have we have
awesome.
one of the phones on that Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god.
My first one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He made a tell him you made the
out of a broken golf club and a what
like
a clip, a camera holder that
yeah.
goes on a handlebar. So I made it with a broken golf stick with a grip, and I just put it on one of
Oh,
those.
So
that's
It
cool
works though.
though.
It sticks and it works.
Well, it's that eye stick or whatever, like
It's
eighty
not. It's
dollars.
my version of iStick. It's like
Yeah, it's
version
like
one.
I don't know if it's called eye stick or whatever
eye
or
range, yeah.
eye
iRange.
rage.
Yeah,
Not to say anything bad about them. I'm just not paying $80 for that.
Yeah.
I just can't do it
yeah, yeah.
because the redneck in me says I can make that, and I have.
Well,
So I
kind of
was
what I
like, you
did. I
have.
made mine too.
I was like, I can do that. I go with a tent stake, and I mean, I actually made one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um, but I have a tripod that just with it has the mag lock, it sets it up, boom, it's really quick. So that's kind of what I've been just relying on that. And then you guys have the cart mount ones.
Yes.
How many did you have? You how many mounts have you
I ha-
lost?
haven't lost any of those, but I lost the magnetic mounts. I've left them on
Yes,
so many carts. I left three
exactly.
of them. I gave her my last one because I'm like I'm probably gonna lose it anyways.
I, I
So
I've lost six of them so far,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
like, you got to be kidding me, Brian. Like, what can I do to remember? I don't know why. I just
It
pack everything
happens.
up, and
Uh,
then you
thinking
know.
about too much.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's probably true. That's true. So I was gonna start to ask this question. If you could, like in a tournament, sometimes they introduce you in a tournament. Um, when they introduce you, lock up, from whatever, whatever. What song would you guys walk up to?
What song?
Yeah, your entrance.
Oh man,
Oh my god.
I would mine.
You know what? Okay, you can think about that for a second because I just have one that came to my
I
mind.
think I have one because haven't been hitting good. Pardon my French, but move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way, bitch. Get out the way. That's me right now. So
That's
Oh my god.
that
I
is
don't know where the ball's going
awesome.
lately, so you better move.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
You know that song Unstoppable by Sia?
Sia?
Yeah. I think like that song just hypes me up. It's
Yeah.
just like the
okay.
hype song. I mean, I definitely don't think I'm unstoppable in the chorus just yet, but like it'll make me believe it, you know? So
Right.
I think that one.
Well, that's
Mine
a
would
whole different
be
thing. I went from move,
Yeah,
bitch,
I
to unstoppable.
know.
right.
The mindset
Yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Mine would have to be. And somebody asked me this question the other day, and I was like, "Man, what would it be?" Because there's like a lot of them. Like, I had. I'm an '80s hair band man. Like, that's my. I'm like in all these cool songs that come to my head. But I think it has to come back to Stone Cold Steve Austin's entrance.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah.
Because I'm bald. I used to have a goatee. I'm like built, not like his miniature version of him.
Oh my gosh.
That would work though. That would work
Yeah.
for
Oh
sure.
yeah, I definitely like that one, man. I think that'd be a cool song, man. It's a
Yeah.
cool song. So, um, you guys, when you guys listen to music, it's just whatever. Like, what's on the
We
playlist?
haven't had a playlist because we're shooting on all the phones that we're using.
Yeah.
I think we played music once for a little bit on your phone.
Well, we have Kyle's
Yeah, we
music.
have
Kyle's
Kyle. Kyle's
always
80s hip hop,
hip hop.
or old
Eh,
school.
Love it.
And then he
Love
changes it
it.
up sometimes to, 80s rock or whatever. It depends. Depends on the mood.
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know why. Every time I go to Spotify and I put in like golf, there's just good vibe golf jams or something like that. It's always like classic rock coming
Like
up.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean stuff like that. I'm like, what the Black Betty? What the?
Yeah, yeah, yep.
But yeah, I was like, like 70s classic rock.
Yeah,
I'm like, a lot of it is. I'm like, oh,
they need
okay,
to work on a new playlist.
right. I mean, at
Yeah.
least some like 90s gangster rap or
Something,
something.
Oh
something,
yeah, you gotta
some hype
get
music,
yeah, you
some
gotta
good
get
hype
hyped. You
music.
gotta get hyped.
For sure.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
For sure,
yep.
man. Favorite food on the golf course?
We can say wait, let's say this on the count of three.
Hot
Together.
dog,
Hot
hot
dog.
dog,
A hot
hot
dog,
dog on the turn.
Hot dog at the turn.
got your dog on the turn. All right.
We literally
We
get a
literally,
hot
yeah,
dog at almost every course at
yep,
the turn.
yep. And if they don't have it, we're kind of upset.
But we can talk about our snack game. Our snack
Oh
game is
man,
strong. Like
yeah.
so many snacks
We
on
posted a
the.
video actually about our golf
Oh
cart
yeah.
one day that had one of the big baskets in front,
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
and that thing was
Just
filled like
filled.
we were on a 3-day road trip to
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
We had
Bro.
gummies,
Yeah.
we had everything we needed. It was
Peanut
there.
What
M&Ms.
kind of gum?
Yeah.
Wait. You said what kind of gummies? Because you are in California. I'm just.
No,
It is
No.
no,
the Wild
No.
Wild West.
Couldn't
So.
do that.
I
Couldn't
don't
do
think I'd be
that.
able to hit the ball
Yeah.
any
Exactly.
better with those kind of
Exactly.
gummies.
No. No. Just gummy bears,
Gummy,
gummy
yep,
worms,
yep. Gummy
sour
rings,
gummy. Yeah,
yeah.
gummy
Anything
rings.
gummy. I like gummy.
There you
Gummy's good.
go. Uh, what's the drink situation there?
Just water, liquid
Just
IV.
water.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
drink. I haven't drank in almost 13 years.
That's
that part.
awesome.
I
That
retired. I
part.
went pro for a while and I retired finally.
There you go. I don't drink anymore either. It's not because I didn't want to. It's the doctor says you got to. So it was
Oh,
like, all
wow.
right. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, I'm not. Well, I can't have anything right now. So even then, it's a cocktail. Like if me and the wife will go out to dinner, maybe a cocktail,
Hmm.
but
Hmm.
not even that. Um, if it is, it would be for me tequila, club soda, and lime juice on the golf
Nice.
course.
That's
That if,
solid.
Yeah.
but it's mostly water. Well, and I stopped this too. The two things that I absolutely need to golf is a Celsius and Zins.
Oh, nice.
But I
Celsius is
stopped
good.
that. I stopped the whole chewing thing too. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's definitely a Celsius though for sure.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
energy drink.
Yeah.
You gotta have one.
I have some. Yeah, I have a couple shots of espresso before I hit the course. Definitely need to be
She
awake.
comes stacked with snacks
Oh,
though.
I
She's
have.
munching all the
Oh,
time. We have to
yeah.
do a video of
I
just
know.
you chewing on your food.
I told him he needs to put together a compilation of just all the different snacks that I'm like snacking on because I bring what apples, carrots,
Chips.
chips,
Everything. You bring everything. You
grapes.
bring everything. Yeah,
Yeah,
you brought grapes the other day. Yeah.
grapes. Yeah,
Wow.
I bring
Yep.
banana,
Yeah.
avocado.
She brought an avocado one time.
Avocados, a sandwich. She made an avocado sandwich out
Yeah.
there.
She didn't even know the avocado was there.
I know. I
So what do I have
know.
this avocado for?
I know.
That is
Key off with it.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Avocado. That's the first. I've never heard anybody make an avocado on a golf course.
I think it's gonna slowly progress. I'm just gonna start making my own. I'm gonna become like a food truck, like
You'll have guac right there.
yeah, just block chips.
We don't need a food beverage cart.
Yeah, you'll just have me
Yeah.
bring it
Yep.
all. I'm
Wow.
the
That is a first.
yeah.
That's I've never heard of all that before. Well, that's not true. That's not true. And my sister's gonna kill me for saying this. So my sister lives up in Washington and they belong to a country club up there. And last summer I got invited to go do their member guest. And so they have their own golf cart and everything there. There was more food stashed and candy stashed in that golf cart. Everything, every little, I'm like, what is all this? But she had Band-Aids. She had everything in
She's
this
ready.
thing.
Ready for the
She's ready. I'm
apocalypse.
like,
Oh my
are you
god.
ready for like what, the apocalypse? And you're gonna live off of this stuff for 6 months or what? But
Yeah.
yeah,
We could survive off a couple days with all the food you bring.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could
Yep.
for sure.
Definitely.
That's crazy. Now, do you guys play any like games within the golf game, or how do you guys? What do you guys just is it
Straight
scramble?
golf, straight golf. Usually, just trying to beat our last score.
Okay.
But we did come out and we had a friend of ours, Asia, bring up par tees where you pull a tee
Hmm.
and you have to do whatever's on that tee. So a friend of mine had play with a 7 iron only.
Oh,
Another one
yes.
had,
Mm-hmm.
hitting off the green with the tee. The other one could switch spots on a approach.
Yeah.
And then I got, I can move 3 feet or 4 feet any direction on any ball. So
Oh, wow.
yeah,
That would
that was like a little
be a lot
game.
of fun.
It was fun. It was fun,
That
except for the friend who had to
that makes
switch
good
approach
content.
shots. Yeah,
It makes good
yeah,
content for real.
yep,
That's
yep.
crazy. We need to do. We do like. I belong to a men's club. Well, it's not really a men's club, really, but I guess it is. But they play on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So they're mostly retired. Most of these guys are retired, but they play where you go play 9 holes and you keep your own score, and then we get back, you pull a card out, and then the matching cards, that's where they get teamed up, and then they do the best score to see who wins.
Oh, okay.
They do something
Wow.
like that, and then they did something where it's a point system. I don't know how it works, but it's a point system, and the one person can pick his partner and pick his partner to play in that hole, and then it's you whichever has the best score you can take, and you get point. I don't know how it's confusing, but
It's
I
hard
just
enough to
play
keep your own
golf.
score
I,
sometimes.
I just
It is.
I'm just golfing. Well, okay, well this is what I did. So whatever that works out,
Yeah, yep.
Um, it's actually a fun game because like for me, I hit the ball probably 250 plus normally.
Hmm.
Playable most of the time. Um, you know, less a house or two or a window, but other than that, it's pretty playable, right?
Yeah.
But so that they like to pick me because they're all older, right? So I can outdrive most of them. So that's why they pick me. They know not to do anything else than that because I can't chip, putt. My iron game is about as weak as everything else, but they know that okay, I can drive it out there. So
Right.
that's what I contribute most of the time,
My longest drive is the drive home.
Yeah.
right?
Yep. My longest drive is the drive home every time we play.
Yeah, I bet, especially in that
Oh
traffic.
yeah.
That's crazy over there.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of over there, you guys are going to do something really awesome. Um, and I wanted to wait till towards the end to do
Sure.
this, but um, uh, you guys are doing something really, really cool. And it's crazy because I'm watching I'm seeing this from afar,
Mhm.
and watching the news and going, what the hell's going on? Um, and um, it's crazy to me, to be honest. It blows my mind. And I'm not gonna get into all the politics of it, but there's some stuff that was like, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Mhm.
You could have saved X amount of homes, but that's near here or there. But you guys are doing something awesome. Tell me what you guys have in mind.
So last week when this was all was it last week when all these fires were going on? Last week when all these fires were going
No, a
on,
couple of
a
weeks
couple
ago.
weeks ago,
Yeah.
couple weeks ago when we were watching all this go on, we all felt helpless. Like watching
Yeah.
watching houses burn, neighborhoods burn to the ground. A couple of our club members also worked at one of the golf courses, the Altadena golf course, that burned down too. So it kind of hit home for a lot of us. We decided, well, what can we do? What can we
Mhm.
do to help these people out? And we just started brainstorming and said, it's time for a tournament. It's time for a tournament. We've been
Hmm.
playing together long enough, and we were thinking about doing a tournament to begin with, but let's do a tournament fundraiser for the fire victims. And it just snowballed from there. Everyone's like, okay, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, and it's been in the works. And we finally just booked our location yesterday and a date. So we will be playing at Sand Canyon Country Club
Mhm.
on March 16th. I will post on our site or on our page, and I will have everyone post, and you guys will see all the updates on that
That's one
tonight
day
after this podcast.
we're gonna do that. That's good. I count me in. I'm gonna be there. It's one day before my birthday too,
Oh,
so
nice.
yeah, so it'll be fun,
Yep,
man.
yep. We'll have to bring a cake out for you.
Yeah.
For something, we'll have a good time for sure, man. But yeah, it was funny because when you guys brought that up, it was probably, I don't know, 2 or 3 days prior to that. I reached out to golfing with Karina and the back nine besties, and some of the people I've already made connections with, and I'm like, hey guys, I want to help. Like, what can we do to help out? Like, what can we do? I want to do something. And then you guys, and they said, well, the Sunday golf social said something about doing something, and I'm like, and then you guys just posted it, and I'm like, perfect, man. That is, um, whatever you guys need me for,
Absolutely.
let me know.
We'll definitely reach out for
Uh,
sure.
Yeah, right
one
now we're
second.
just
Yep.
Uh,
Sorry to see that, Karina.
yeah,
Karina
Karina
just
said she
chimed
couldn't
in.
make
She
the
can't make the
tournament.
tournament.
Oh,
what?
Karina.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You
Hey,
got to fix your schedule, Karina.
Karina,
You
that
gotta
is
plan around us, okay?
Karina. You got to whatever. It's not who's unless somebody's dying. You know, um, for sure. Unless somebody's dying, I don't
Oh,
know.
she's looking at her schedule.
Okay,
She's
wait.
looking at Oh my gosh.
Man, that
Yeah, we're really trying to get, a good amount of people sponsoring the tournament. Like, the more the merrier, but also just for awareness, like so many businesses in the community are willing, like wanting to help. And just any businesses that want to get their name out there, but also like help for a good cause, and just take part in the fun. Like that's what we're really looking for. It's a group effort for sure. It takes a village. It's like
Right.
we started to plan it, and we're like,
Starting to
oh
feel the
wow,
pressure.
yeah,
Starting
exactly.
to feel the pressure
We're
because
like,
now that we
oh,
announced it, now we got to produce.
right.
yeah, no going back, no going
Yeah.
back.
I hosted a golf tournament years ago. Um, I was with the JCs, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the JCs were, but they were kind of they were across the United States, but they did speech and debate. They were like young businessmen and women type deal thing. Um, anyways, we put a golf tournament on for one of our like homeless shelters here, and it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
Um,
work.
especially to put something on to that magnitude, we did food, everything, and you're like, holy crap, it's a lot.
We didn't think about all that. We thought it was just going
Yeah,
to be golf,
we're
go
like,
home.
woo, yeah, like let's,
it's gonna be
yeah.
it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so worth it, not worthless, but worth it
Hmm.
when it's all said and done. Um, and the work that you put in, you're not even gonna, when you're said and done, you look past and you're like, wow,
Hmm.
that's cool, like what we did. I can't wait. I can't wait. I mean,
Neither
for
can we.
sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
it's just to meet the then really kind of see the meet the face with the with
Mhm.
what we see on social media or whatever, but to meet everybody in person, and um, I also want to do a golf tournament with just golf content
Oh, that's what we
creators.
talked about yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's called the Creator Tour. They do it on the East Coast, and they do a really, really, really good job of what they do there. I don't I don't want to step on their toes at all. But I kind of want to do something on the West Coast, and get everybody together and just maybe be a 2 day thing. I don't know what it looks like at this point, but it's going to be something that we all get together, have a good time. The Back Nines Besties, they have a golf course that their home course that has like the ballroom, the whole thing, you know. But yeah, there's definitely I want to do like a meet and greet the night before, and then 2 days of golf. Maybe do like a scramble on day one and do like a one-on-one, kind of like a Ryder Cup type thing
Mhm.
on the second day. So I want to go live and do picks and the whole bit. But again, I don't want to step on the creator tours. Again, it's a lot of their. I mean, I'm getting a lot of my ideas from what they've done.
Just ask them.
Um,
Just reach out
yeah,
and ask them if
that's
you can use
yeah,
their idea. I mean, it's the East Coast, West Coast. I'm sure they would be more than accommodating.
right for
Yeah.
sure. And I think it'd be a lot of fun.
Well, you can count us in for that for sure.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna do it over in that area
Uh
for
huh.
sure. Just because I think it's more of a central area than for everybody.
Right.
It's a 4 hour drive for me, but San Diego's what, hour and 15 minutes, hour and
Hmm.
30 minutes from you guys. Um, then Phoenix ain't very far from you guys at all.
No.
I think it's just a 10 straight across,
Hmm.
so probably 3 hours
Hmm.
or so.
I think it's closer than Vegas, Phoenix, from where we are.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Vegas.
And
Yeah.
Vegas is 4.5
You guys
hours.
ever
So
golf
Yeah,
in Vegas?
I've golfed in Vegas.
Yeah, it's
I have
beautiful.
not. We were
We want to do
planning.
we
We
want to do a
planned
road
a
trip.
dream trip.
We'll
Yeah,
do it. We'll do it.
yeah. We were like, we gotta get the whole crew and get out there and rent an Airbnb or something.
Yeah, I played in the summertime there. We had a 6 o'clock tea time. By 11 o'clock, I wanted to go home. It was
Oh
brutal.
yeah,
It was brutal.
it's
Palm
well. That's
Springs.
how.
Palm Springs is
That's how
better.
the summers are
Yeah.
here. And it's just brutal. It's we golf a lot in the summer, but um, we just know what to expect, and it sucks, but we want to golf.
Right.
So
Right. Yeah. That's what we do. Rain or
we do.
shine. I played in hail before, so
I think the coldest I ever golfed was last week. We were in Phoenix, and now, mind you, I played in Washington. It was raining and cold, but for whatever reason, we played at Talking Sticks golf course in Scottsdale, and it was so cold that I couldn't even feel the grips. It just you couldn't feel the club in your hand.
yeah.
And you're like, and I was getting ready to tee off, and I'm thinking, whatever you do, do not let go of this driver. Like
Yeah.
whatever you do, because I'm playing with my wife's her she's a vice like a regional vice president of a hospice company, but I'm playing with the president, the vice president, the chief executive officer, like all these big time people, and like her bosses, the executive team. And I'm playing with these guys. I'm getting ready to tee up, and I can't feel the club. Like I just can't feel it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing is gonna like whatever you do, don't let it go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean the temperatures don't get like that here, really. I mean, it has been a little bit cold.
This year it hasn't.
Yeah, it hasn't.
Last year when we played, it did because that's when I played in the hail.
Right.
The rain was supposed to pass through for 10 minutes, whatever, but it hailed on us, and we were soaked all the way through from the third hole on.
Yeah,
oh
this
And I
time
felt
of year.
you with that. You couldn't feel your hands anymore. That's how it was with us too.
yeah,
But this
it,
year it hasn't been
No,
that
this year
bad.
has not been cold.
We still have our hand warmers, though. We got our hand warmers. We
You
got our gloves.
electric hand warmers.
Yeah, electric hand
but
warmers.
We're
You
doomsday
gotta have your
preppers.
yeah.
We're doomsday
You got
preppers.
you gotta have your hand warmers.
it's an electric hand warmers.
I swear, you've probably never met a more prepared golf team here.
I
We
met my match. When I met her, I'm like, wow, she's like, okay, she's cool.
Yeah, we got
She
a
brings
change of
food.
clothes
She wants
over
hand warmers.
here.
Yeah.
no.
She's like me. I'm a little prima donna sometimes too.
Oh my gosh, got a change of clothes over here.
No, she's
We
not a
got
prima donna.
wet wipes. We got wet wipes. Whatever you do, we
Right,
got you.
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
Gotta be
100%.
prepared.
We have outfits. We have outfit changes.
Yeah, we
The
have
same
wardrobe.
days.
We talk about
Wardrobe
wardrobe when we
changes.
go out to shoot
Yeah.
together.
Now let's talk about that golf fashion,
Yeah.
um, especially with women. It has gotten crazy. Why do you think? What do you think? It's because women have now golf has always been like kind of an elite sport, right? It always kind of always has been, and but with the fashion, that is
Mhm.
crazy. Like, do you think it's because there's more women involved now, or what you guys' thought on just the craziness that as golf has
You can
consumed?
take the lead on that one.
You know what? It's really interesting. I think it's being like, I saw this video from like the 1940s of a woman golfer, and like, the skirt was prominent, like the skirt and like the polo, and the same thing. But yeah, it definitely has evolved in many different ways. But I think like, I don't know. I think as a woman, like I want to be cute out on the course, and I want to show up the way I want to show up, and I think like, there's a lot of rules at certain golf courses, right, of to what you
Right.
can wear. And so you do have to be aware of that. I see a lot of things, but I'm like, I don't know if that's just for like content or if that's like a real thing that people are wearing out there. But
Are
I
you
definitely
talking
just,
about those Instagram
yeah, yeah, there's like
golfers?
some
I've
Instagram. Yeah,
golfed with
you
a
just,
couple of those before, and
yeah. It's interesting. I would say that everyone has their own style. I think for me, like, I just want to be cute. I like to match my outfits with my hat and my shoes, and
oh
it's just
yeah,
a vibe. It's
And
a
then I
vibe.
have to match too if I'm shooting with her.
And then he matches. Yeah.
But I like it too, though, because it looks good.
Yeah,
Like
oh
for
it
yeah.
makes us
It's
feel good.
yeah,
I
yeah.
have I just counted the other day, and I thought I had this many, but I had 63 polos.
Yeah.
You see my
It's
closet. I have
insane.
I have every
I
color
mean,
except for beige,
and then
and the color she likes to wear.
my shorts. I literally have probably 25 different pairs of shorts.
Oh, yeah.
15 pairs of golf shoes. It
Yeah,
is it is
Right.
insane the amount I got wrapped up in it. I have probably 9 belts, 10 belts, 50 hats. You know, I'm
yeah,
like, I have to be, I have to be, and
Yeah.
I hate being on camera and wearing the same shirt twice.
right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I think we
I
feel
feel that
that.
too.
Yeah, we feel
Yeah,
that.
I always say to her, it's like beauty before
Yeah, before
comfort.
beauty before
She'll ask
comfort.
if it's cold. It's like, well, should I wear a skirt? Well, it's gonna be cold, but you choose beauty before comfort. So,
Yeah, cute. The other day though, you were like, you should probably change it. I'm
yeah,
like, yeah, and I did not
it
regret
was
that.
windy.
It was very windy and cold, and
The
I,
fires were still going on, and we
yeah,
played up in the hills, and it was a good 30-mile-per-hour wind coming through on
yeah,
the second
it was
Oh,
hole,
freezing. It was
that's
it
into
was
our
like
face.
50
It was
degrees.
50
Yeah,
degrees,
that's the
and
way
that
it's been
wind just made it
here.
colder.
Last two
yeah,
days it's been windy, and it just and I went to go buy I went to the pro shop to buy one of those ball collectors,
oh yeah,
for chipping.
those are cool. Yeah, yeah,
Well, I got there about the same time the other men show up for their 9 hole Monday thing, and they're like, Brian, you wanna go out there? I'm like, I'm not going out there. I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, no, why? Like, it's the
yeah,
wind was it was so
yeah,
cold, and the wind was like, and the way the course is laid out, the front nine, it's just crosswind.
Yeah,
mm,
It's just
yeah.
it's like a 90-degree crosswind. It's right off the Colorado River,
mm,
and
mm.
the back nine, it's either headwind or it's your tail is coming from behind you.
Oh yeah,
It's that's just the only two things that really happen.
right.
But yeah, like the front nine's gonna suck.
Yep. She almost quit on the
Oh
second
yeah.
hole. She was like, I don't know. I don't know.
I
I
was
think I'm
like, I don't know
done.
about this, Steve. I don't know about this. And he's like, there's the ringing bell of like
Yeah.
Raven's gonna
She's
quick.
gonna go.
I was,
But she
yeah,
stuck it out.
I
It
did.
got warmer.
Yeah, it got warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I like playing golf like
I know
that.
No,
it's not
no.
enjoyable, and it's just not enjoyable.
Right.
And
And
then
plus,
your ball's going everywhere.
yeah.
Your ball's like going like up, and then it just falls flat
Oh,
like so quickly.
that's
Yeah,
yeah, that's crazy. I don't know, man. But
I mean, the air quality wasn't that great
it
either
wasn't.
because it was literally a couple days after the
Right.
fire, or the fires were still going in a couple places.
Yeah,
So
it's
and now
definitely
is all the fires out now, or
I think they're mostly contained.
mostly contained.
There's some arson, little wild brush fires on the side of the freeway and stuff like that, but nothing
You
major like
can't
what we
see the
saw.
plumes. You can't see
No.
the smoke anymore
Yeah.
as much. Yeah,
oh,
coming from the mountainside.
because the smog just took it over. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. One or the other.
Yeah.
Right?
We
Exactly.
never get good air quality. It's either smog or smoke.
No.
It's crazy the amount of the I go when I go there, and I go there quite a bit. You get in the outskirts and you just see it, and you're like, wow, that's
Hmm.
crazy. It's
Yep.
crazy. And Phoenix is getting the same way. The whole Phoenix area
Yeah.
the same way. I'm pulling up, going up through. I played in Scottsdale last week, like I said, or a week before, I guess. And we were driving up, and I was like, man, that's wow. So, and I didn't, Phoenix was never usually like that, but the last several years it's gotten bad. But
Hmm.
anyway, it doesn't you can't see from the golf course, right?
No.
No.
So
No, we're looking for our balls.
right,
Yeah.
we're looking
Exactly.
on the ground, not looking up. What's your
Yeah.
guys' favorite golf course to golf at over there?
I know yours.
Just say
You
it.
can say Woodley, right?
Yeah.
Woodley. Woodley's nice and wide and flat,
Yeah, it's
but
so
it's a fun
nice.
course. That's our home course for our club too.
Mhm.
Okay.
It's I like it.
Yeah.
It's my safe place. That's what I call it.
We've played some pretty horrendous courses in the past 2 or 3 weeks where we're going to be blessed to play at Woodley this week.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Cool. Man, that's awesome, man. So you guys are March 16th. You're gonna get that tournament.
Hmm.
Mhm.
What else you guys got planned? What's your guys' future? What are you thinking? What do you guys with far as the social media side of this? And what are you guys thinking? Are you guys just gonna keep doing what you're doing and try to blow it up and get bigger and bigger and bigger, or is that your goal, or what's your goals?
It's our goal. It is our goal, but we also started a nonprofit. We just started it actually that we're going to be try to do
More
do
community
community based tournaments to raise money
awareness.
and awareness for different causes that
I mean,
feel
yeah.
feel
Yeah.
so that's what we're trying to do, create a nonprofit, and just do this quarterly.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one goes.
Right. How often you guys play every Sunday?
Every
Every
Sunday.
Sunday.
Every Sunday. If it's not a few of us, it's like a good handful of us. We usually, at the most, we've had 3 sets of tea times, 12 at a time.
Yeah.
That's
And the least we've had is one tea time at a time. So
that's
we've had up to 12.
crazy.
Yeah. It's hard to book, though. It's hard to
Oh,
book
I bet.
three consecutive tea
He
times.
does a good job. He books.
Yeah.
He's the organizer, head
So how do
honcho.
you book? Do you go on an app or
Me
do
and
you guys
Kyle
just
go on and we get up at 5:55 and we have to book at 6 a.m. And we have
Yeah.
a couple people who are have the city cards that we can use. So then we use that to book our tea times.
Oh, okay.
Hmm. But it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to get
It's
3 consecutive tea
crazy.
times, but we've been managing pretty good.
Yeah.
I bet that would be hard. That
Yeah.
would be hard.
But there's no more
Because
brokers here, so it's easier to get tea times.
oh, okay. Oh, no brokers at
No,
all.
because they were doing people were brokering tea times, just taking all of them and then selling them for a higher price.
Really?
Yeah, that was going
Wow.
on all last year until this past year we were able to get tea times at the golf courses we wanted.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Huh. I just use golf now. That's just what I use. Like, especially like if I'm over there in the California area. Like, I normally don't know where I'm going to golf
Uh-huh.
until that morning. I'll wake up.
We do 10 days ahead. We book
Yeah.
10 days ahead, so we're
Yeah.
we're we're booking 10 days ahead to know.
Oh yeah, you'd have to.
Yeah, we got to wrangle our team and say who's going to play on this date. We're already booking for
Yeah,
February 4th or something like that.
He's always in the chat
Yeah.
saying who's
We have a little
playing,
group,
who's playing
a group
over
chat.
WhatsApp. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And you guys have other golf content creators as well on there,
Hmm.
correct?
We're friends with a
That
bunch. We're friends with a bunch.
that's
Back
awesome.
Nine Besties are friends. Karina,
Oh, they're
Demo,
yeah.
uh, yeah,
They're,
like Asia, you.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
supposed to do uh interview with Golf Princess, I think it
Oh, okay.
is.
I know Golf
Okay.
Princesses. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do one with her. I need to actually follow up with her, um, and because I try to do one at least once a week. You know, that's my goal this year is try to
Hmm.
do one once a week.
What
So
prompted you to do a podcast? I mean, what prompted you to do this?
I don't know. Like for honestly, like I've always kind of loved doing this kind of stuff. When I started golfing, I'll tell you how I got started golfing. What I did was um, I used to race cars. And I had a TikTok channel to follow all my racing. And then I kind of just got tired of racing and spending money and working on the race cars all the time. And I just took up golf. My brother-in-law golfed, and I kind of like always intrigued and wanted to. I've tried it a couple times in the past and actually really liked it. So I said, well, I'm starting out golfing. Why not just start documenting my whole golf journey? Why I'm doing this? And um, and I said, I'm on TikTok already because I was on TikTok I had teenage kids. Well, yeah, they were tweens and that whole era, that whole time. And I was like, man, really want to like check out, see what they're watching, make sure that they're not whatever. So that's how I got in TikTok. And then I just started posting stuff, all my race car stuff, and it boom, like my first video had like 30,000 views
Wow.
on race, and it was one of my very first videos I ever did. Hit like 30,000 views, and I was like, "Oh, this is easy. This is easy, right?" Um, that's been my largest one too.
Yeah.
But anyways, I just started following my golf journey, and I was like, I really wanted to know. I really wanted to get to know uh, the golf content creators and who they are. We see interviews with all the PGA tours and the live guys and stuff, but I wanted to do kind of the same thing with on our level. Like get to know these people and who they really are. Are they the same person on the golf course or they're not? Just get to know who they are and their background story. Um, I think if you know that about somebody, you're more likely to stay engaged with them, support them, and they can support you in
Hmm.
return. So that's kind of how I did it, or why I do it, I guess.
Yep. Yep.
That's super cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
So
I think as a social club, we just want to try to reach as many people in LA as possible, in the surrounding areas,
Mhm.
and just say like, hey, come out, don't be intimidated. Sometimes even people playing with their friends, they're intimidated to play with their friends because they're so good, or
Yeah.
oh yeah,
and they don't want to go out. And so it's just, we all have varying skill levels, and we're all out here to just have fun. And so we're just, we just want to build the community around that, and also, yeah, support good causes, and start doing something bigger, right? Like
Mhm.
have a bigger impact than just on the course.
Yep.
I think that's awesome, man. I really do, man. I wish we kind of had something that around my area like that. Unfortunately, um,
Mine
I don't
started
know.
with two guys. Mine
Yeah.
started with two
Yeah,
guys.
that's true. That that's true. Just add that another thing on my plate to do and handle, right? But on top of everything else I'm doing, let's go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Um, I have a group of guys that I golf with, and it's a lot of fun. And there's days I look forward to it, and there's days you're like, all right, let's go do this. But I think it's awesome what you guys are doing. I think it's really cool. I think it's definitely helped growing the game and supporting the game, and I think that's really cool. Like, um, especially, and you guys live in the almost perfect area to do it in. Bigger city that you can have a lot of draw, and yeah, I think that's what you guys are doing is awesome. I can't wait to play with you guys,
Oh
man. I
yeah.
think it's gonna be a
Can't
blast.
wait too. This is the future right here, though. This is my
Oh,
8-year-old who just started golf lessons.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. You know,
Say
I
hi.
hi. That is awesome. Let's stay in touch for sure. I'll
Absolutely.
definitely
Thank you for
March
having
16th.
us.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's my pleasure for sure, man. March 16th, guys. Where was that place again?
Sand
Sun.
Canyon Country
All
Club.
Sand.
right. So we'll look for that, guys. Look for all the information. As soon as we get it out or they get it out there, I'll copy and paste, do whatever I gotta do to help you guys out. I am whatever you guys need, man. I'm there to help you
Appreciate
guys out. I'm there
it.
for it.
Thank you.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
guys. Y'all take care and God bless.
All right. Thank
See
you.
you.